Most people don't win because they're smart. They win because they see what others miss and act on it. If you're here, you've probably felt it too. Like you could be way ahead if you just knew what to look for. This video isn't about hacks or gimmicks. It's about giving you the mental tools that 90% of people never learn. Not because they can't, but because no one ever taught them how. Let's get something straight from the start. Outsmarting others doesn't mean you're manipulative. It means you're strategic. You see the board more clearly. You play a longer game. Researchers like Daniel Kahneman, author of Thinking, Fast and Slow, and Robert Cialdini, author of Influence, have spent decades studying how we really think. And the answer is, we don't, not most of the time. People make decisions emotionally. They use logic to justify it later. And once you understand that, you stop trying to win with facts. You start winning with awareness. You start winning with timing. You start winning with presence. By the end of this video, you're going to have 5 tools that will quietly set you apart from 90% of people. Not in theory, in action. Let's get into the first one. Spot the patterns before they happen. There's a powerful quote from Sherlock Holmes. It is a capital mistake to theorize before one has data. Here's the thing. Data is everywhere. You just have to know how to see it. Human behavior is mostly pattern-based. In fact, researchers from MIT's Media Lab found that up to 93% of human behavior is predictable if you track enough interactions over time. Think about that. Almost everything people do follows a rhythm, a mental loop, a script. What does that mean for you? It means you can get ahead without saying a word. Because if you know what someone's going to do, or say, before they do, you're no longer reacting. You're designing. Start small. Next time you're in a conversation, instead of planning your reply, start watching. Do they always bring up the same problem? Do they respond the same way when they feel uncomfortable? Watch their language. Watch their pace. Watch they talk when they're nervous and how they act when they think they're in control. When you recognize a pattern, you unlock a prediction. And that prediction gives you time. Time to think. Time to respond calmly. Time to shift the direction of the entire interaction without anyone noticing you're doing it. This is what high-level poker players do. It's what negotiators do. It's what confident people do. They're watching everything. This alone can make more powerful in conversations than any degree or debate skill ever could. But the next move, it's even more powerful. It's because it creates control through stillness. Use silence as a tactical move. Let me ask you this. What happens in your body when there's an awkward pause in a conversation? You feel it, right? The tension, the awkwardness, the need to say something, anything. That's exactly why silence is a power move. And most people will never use it because it makes them uncomfortable. But here's what the research says. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that negotiators who used brief moments of silence after a proposal were more likely to reach favorable agreements, often without needing to push harder. Here's why. Silence creates psychological pressure. It disrupts the rhythm of expectation. The human brain craves completion. And when there's a pause, most people rush to fill it. And when they fill it, they reveal something. A fear, an insecurity, a better offer. Try this. Next time someone makes a statement or a suggestion, just pause. Don't frown, don't nod, just look at them. Let the silence hang for 2, maybe 3 seconds. That tiny space can flip the dynamic entirely. This is something FBI hostage negotiator Chris Voss teaches in his masterclasses. He says silence, paired with mirroring or labeling, often gets people to lower resistance and reveal more than they intend. It's not a trick, it's leverage. And once you feel it work, you'll start using silence like a tool, not a gap. But silence only works if people are paying attention to you in the first place. That's why the first impression matters more than you've ever been told. Control the first 7 seconds. People judge fast. Scary fast. A study at Princeton University found that people form a first impression in under 1/10 of a second, based solely on facial appearance. That impression then sticks. It colors everything they think about you after. This is the primacy effect. The first thing someone sees or feels, it sets the tone for what they expect from you and how they'll treat you. So what do you do with that? Here's what you control. Your posture. Stand upright, shoulders relaxed. Your facial expression. Neutral but slightly positive. Your tone of voice. Low, steady, no rush. Your eye contact. Direct but not aggressive. You want to sit calm, confident, present. Someone worth paying attention. This is something elite performers train. Actors, trial lawyers, political leaders, even Navy SEALs are taught command presence, the art of projecting clarity under pressure. Because the second you walk into a room, you're not just being seen, you're being framed. And if you don't take control of that first frame, someone else will. Most scramble to prove themselves with words. You won't need to. You'll walk in, hold presence, and let others respond to you because you've already shaped their perception before you said anything. That's the difference. And here's the wild part. Even if you mess up later in the conversation, that first impression still colors how they interpret it. So if you win the first 7 seconds, you're already ahead. Before we dive into this next strategy, let me tell you something important. The final part of this video is the real unlock. It's the part that the best negotiators, CEOs, and even military leaders use in high-stakes environments. It's not loud, it's not obvious, but it works every single time. So if you haven't already, stay with me until the end, because once you understand that last move, everything else clicks into place. Now let's talk about something that separates long-term winners from everyone else. Play the long game while others chase the shortcut. Let me ask you a hard question. When was the last time you made a decision that benefited your future you instead of your present you? Most people are stuck chasing quick wins, likes, praise, money, approval. But the real advantage? That belongs to people who know how to think long-term. There's a name for this kind of thinking. It's called strategic patience. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, once said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." That's not just about stocks. That's about life. The people who consistently outsmart others aren't playing for next week. They're playing for next year or the next 5. They build leverage, they build trust, they build systems that compound over time. Here's what that looks like in real life. Say you're in a workplace where everyone's fighting to be seen, to be the loudest in the meeting. What if you're the one who listens more than you speak, and you always deliver exactly what's needed, quietly, reliably every time? It might look like you're not playing the game, but 2 months later, your name is the one leadership remembers when an opportunity shows up, because you weren't chasing noise. You were building reputation capital. So here's what you do. Every time you're faced with a choice, fast win or patient play, ask yourself, what would this look like if I were building something that lasts? Because the people who last, they always outsmart the ones who flash and burn. But now, we're getting close. Everything we've talked about, presence, silence, long game thinking, has been leading up to something bigger, something that pulls it all together. Let's go there now. Controlled detachment, the meta skill. This is the move almost no one talks about, but the smartest, calmest, most powerful people live by it. It's called controlled detachment. Controlled detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't overreact. You see things clearly, without panic, without ego, without emotional fog. It's what chess masters like Magnus Carlsen use when they're down pieces, but still playing calmly, thinking 3 moves ahead. It's what surgeons train for, is operating under pressure without losing focus. It's what top CEOs like Jeff Bezos talk about when they say, be stubborn on vision, but flexible on details. They're not emotionally attached to every little moment. They're committed to the outcome, but not rattled by every twist along the way. And that's what gives them their edge. So how do you train this? Step 1, pause before you respond. Anytime you feel that urge to argue, defend, prove yourself, or explain, stop, breathe, let the moment pass through you. Step 2, ask, what's the outcome I want here? Not the feeling you want to protect, the outcome. Step 3, zoom out. Will this matter in 10 days, 10 months, 10 years? If not, you're probably reacting out of ego, not strategy. Controlled detachment is like having a force field. It lets you watch the game while staying above the noise, and once you master it, you'll notice something. People will trust you more, they'll follow your lead more, and you'll win more with less effort. Because while everyone else is spinning, chasing, and reacting, you'll be still, focused, precise. And in this world, that's how you outsmart 90% of people. Those are the moves most people never learn. And the last one, that's the game changer. But now I want to hear from you. Don't just watch this video, use it. If this gave you a mental edge today, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow and helps this reach more sharp thinkers like you. And if you want more videos like this, backed by real psychology, real research, and real strategy, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Your next level doesn't start later. It starts right now. I'll see you in the next one.